Apex Legends took the world by storm in February, just a few months ago. It's free to play, so anyone can jump on. So what is Apex Legends? It's actually a Titanfall spin-off. It takes place 30 years after Titanfall 2. I never played any of the Titanfalls, but for people who have, I'm sure this is like great lore to expand on the game. Apex Legends is your typical battle royale. There's a few subtle differences. You're always going to be in a team of 3, and there's 60 players in the map, so that's about 20 teams. They all fall down onto the battlefield, and you have to go and scavenge for weapons, ammo, supplies, and use those resources to take out any opponents that you come across on the map. I found the difficulty curve quite high in Apex Legends. Everyone seems to be a professional. I find it very difficult to get kills. I tried playing on the controller at first, and then I switched to the keyboard and mouse, but it hasn't made any difference. With that said, maybe I'm just not used to the keyboard and mouse yet, so I've turned down the sensitivity, and I'm currently trying to do that. Despite what people say online, you don't need any expensive equipment. All you need is like a basic keyboard and a basic mouse. If you're playing on PC, it's probably the preferred method, but you can play it for controller, it's fine. There are 9 unique legends in this game, 3 of which you need to unlock through in-game currency. The ones you do get, they're all pretty varied, like no two feel the same, so they're all quite individual characters with interesting backstories. You have Wraith, who she had like scientific experiments done on her, and she doesn't know what happened to her basically, so she's trying to find out about her past. She's able to reach into the void and like travel
into another dimension. He thinks he's in the next dimension when he's on the throne.
Then you have like Pathfinder, who's sort of in a similar situation. He's trying to find out like who created him, what his purpose is, and for some reason that involved going into a battle royale. They've tried to diversify this game as much as possible. If you read the backstory, you actually find out the big manly Gibraltar, he has a boyfriend, and then you have Bloodhound, who is non-binary. Now, I know this is a sensitive topic.
So is he like a dude or a chick?
At least they haven't sexualized it at all, so they don't throw it in your face for people who don't want to know about it. I suppose it's great for people who identify with those things, but it's not something I particularly care about, to be honest.
It's good to see everyone take things in such lightheartedness.
Each legend has their own abilities. Say Lifeline, who's great for beginners, by the way. Her passive ability is that she can revive people faster and put like a shield to protect them both. She also has a special ability where she can deploy a healing drone and heal her party, and then her ultimate ability, she can drop a care package that could have like special weapons in it. Certain characters will fit certain playstyles. That's the beauty of Apex Legends, like not everybody's gonna enjoy the same characters. I enjoy the healer Lifeline, and I also enjoy using Gibraltar, who is the lowest ranked character in the game, but he works for me. There's characters which are a bit more difficult to use, not really suited for beginners as much, like Bloodhound, who's pretty much a tracker, but if you're like starting Apex Legends, there's so much going on, so much to learn, and like enemies around you, like you kind of forget to track things. And then you have Pathfinder. You can use his grapple ability, pretty much like Spider-Man, to like go on top of buildings and mountains and things. You can really get good at Pathfinder. My cousin is really good at Pathfinder because that's the only character he picks. He pretty much knows ins and outs of the character. But it's really what suits your playstyle. There's microtransactions in this game. The good thing is they're only cosmetic. They don't affect the game at all. My brother thought that they did. He thinks there's like a conspiracy going on, but I don't think so. I think that's something else. So that's good. They don't impact the game. Now they cost a lot of money, but sure, I have no interest in buying them, so makes no difference to me. There's 6 gun types in this game, which is a bit overwhelming. You have the snipers, shotguns, pistols, assault rifles, light machine guns, and submachine guns. I'm just going to make it a bit easier for you. The pistols, they're the weakest in the game. Aside from the wingman, you're not going to want to be holding on to a pistol, like you'll want to trade it for something better. Especially the dreaded Mozambique. Don't even pick this gun up because it's actually better to melee attack them. There's 4 types of ammo in this game. There's light ammo, which fires faster but does less damage. There's heavy ammo, which is the exact opposite. You have shotgun shells, and then you have energy ammo, which is a bit weird. There's only 3 energy guns in the game and they all have their own quirks to them, so you could try it, but it's probably not the best for beginners, to be honest. Everything in Apex Legends is very fast paced. Whenever you start a map, you can dive straight down at the very start and you pretty much go like a rocket. There's no fall damage, so you hit the ground as fast as you can. You can sprint for as long as you want. Gunfights can end pretty quickly as well, so it has a lot of energy to it. It's not boring. You can play the long game if you want. This is what my team actually did at the start. We went to the very end of the map and then we dropped down, and that's great for like collecting loot and stuff, but I really don't think that's the best way to play Apex Legends. I think the best way to get good at Apex Legends, me personally, is to just like jump in at the start, try and get like a kill, you know, because like it's really hard to get a kill in this game. Half the characters I play as don't even have a kill, so that's how bad I am at the game. There's a high learning curve to this game, especially for myself, seeing as this is my first Battle Royale game, so there was a lot to pick up on, and there's like, of course, because most of the Apex player base is left, I think only the hardcore are left, so it's pretty high level of competition. Apex Legends is very focused on team spirit. When you play Apex Legends, it's very rare someone will go on their own. Even if you're playing with strangers, you usually have a team collective. A good example was I was Lifeline and I kept dying over and over again because I'm just bad at the game, but the great thing was every time I died, my teammates, after they cleared the place of enemies, like they'd heal me up and they'd keep going, and there was one time where I died and the ring narrowed, so I was outside the ring and my teammates were way outside the ring, and one of them like give the other one a health pack and the other one just ran out of the ring to get me and heal me up and run back into the ring again, and by the time that happened, he barely had any health left. So it was nice to see that. I didn't expect that, to be honest, so I do like that togetherness, and I haven't seen that in any other game that I've played. Another thing I like about Apex Legends is that they respect their employees. They value like a work-life balance. Something like Fortnite, where they just like work their employees constantly, like 70-80 hour weeks or some bullshit like that. So it's great to see them taking that approach. That's part of the charm of Apex. It's still a great game even though they're not working their employees to the bone. The guns are all unique. They all feel different. Like, you don't like pick up a gun and go, oh, this gun's like another gun. Guns can be similar, but they're not the same, which is good. Most of the guns in Apex Legends all feel very different. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, I'll just pick this gun, it's like this other gun. Like, they all feel quite different. They're all used for different circumstances, as opposed to the Mozambique can't be used for anything. People say the graphics are a mixture of Fortnite's cartoony graphics and PUBG, and it does work. Everything looks quite detailed and it's pleasing on the eye as well. There's detailed environments, like it's all connected. You have like a desert area and then you run into more of an industrialized area. Apex Legends, it's a game best introduced with friends. If you play this game on your own and you don't have any friends or anything, it's very hard to get into, because you kind of need somebody to show you the ropes, because if you're going in blind then you don't understand and you'll probably stop playing. I recommend you start watching YouTube videos of the game, because the tutorial is very lackluster. It's very brief. You can test all the weapons, but there's no enemies and there's a lot of stuff that they leave out in the training, so I would watch plenty of YouTube videos. You'll need to do, because like the people you're playing, they know all the tips and tricks, so you need as much of an advantage as you can get. It's okay to like travel at the end of the map and touch down just to get used to the feel of the game, but if you want to get good at the game, just try jumping in early, find an enemy straight away and just trying to face them in gunfights and treat it like a deathmatch basically. Just try and get good at the game that way. So then if you do last for a long time, you'll be able to take out enemies. When I first started this game, voice chat was turned on and it just had like a bunch of irritating people just like spouting nonsense and making silly noises. So I turned all that off. I turned it back on and I haven't heard much of it, but if that's annoying you, I recommend just turning it off, because you can contact everybody in your team through text and pinging, and it works very well. Like, nobody really uses voice chat unless you're with friends that you know. I find this game you have to make compromises if your teammates, especially people you don't know. Like, if you're touching down onto the map and one of your teammates decides to fly somewhere else, it's probably best you follow him. You don't want anyone to get split up. It's best if all three of you are in a team. If you decide, I want to go in this direction, and your teammate's like, no, I don't want to go that direction, just like text them like, where do you want to go, and just sort of work around that way, you know. At the same time, sometimes I've touched down on the map and I've been with like teammates and they're kind of following me, or they're not moving on the map, so you kind of have to know when to lead as well. So I'll go, okay guys, let's go this way, and they'll say, okay, let's do it. There needs to be a compromise. Sometimes you gotta know when to lead, sometimes you gotta know when to follow. Like, if two teammates are running in one direction, follow them. If they're not going anywhere, you take the lead, and I think that's the best course of action. Most important things to ping, especially when you start the game, is helmets, any good gun that you can see. The thing that I want them to improve in this game is you can see your allies' armor and everything, but you can't see their inventory and you can't see their weapons. Like, their weapons in particular would be useful, because then you could see, oh, he's using a shotgun, so I'll look for shotgun shells and ping them in case he's low. So that would have been useful. But maybe in Season 2 they'll correct that. Overall, for a free-to-play Battle Royale that's only been out for a few months, I really couldn't expect anything more, to be honest. They give you all the weapons right off the go. They give you 6 very competitive legends right off the go. All the players are very cooperative. It seems to be a very good community within Apex, which surprised me. The ping system works really well. The game feels fast and fluid. Gunfights are exciting. The competition is steep. If you like easy games, it probably isn't for you, to be honest. If you love hard games like me, you'll enjoy it quite a bit. There's plenty of videos on YouTube which can help you improve your game. Only slight criticisms I have of Apex Legends: the training mode could be expanded on. It's too brief, it's not great for new players. The rewards you get at the end of the game, for the first 20 levels you get decent rewards. After level 20 you get like a reward every 5 levels. They're not completely stingy, but you can tell they're like sparsing it out because they want people to buy the microtransactions, and you certainly don't need to. Like, you can make your character look good without spending a penny, which is what I've done basically. I'm level 20 and there's characters like Lifeline and Gibraltar who I use quite often, and I still don't have a skin for them, but that's very minor complaint. Overall, Season 1, I've been very impressed with Apex, so I'm going to give it the full S rank. It really is, if you have a few friends and you all have the same sort of system to play on, go ahead and give it a go. I'm sure you will all enjoy it. There's no crossplay yet. Now, they are interested in that, so they could be bringing it in. I just judging the product as it is, Season 1, it still is very great, and it's certainly a lot better than a lot of paid games that you can buy. So definitely give it a shot.